So I just did a TEDx talk. Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's one of those things that you for sure have to pinch yourself when it happens because you think, gosh, me? I'm I'm getting ready to do a TED talk. And yeah, it's a pretty cool experience to have. So I received an email, an acceptance email, to let me know that I had been accepted for the 2021 TEDx Women's Conference that was happening, or the TED Women's Conference that was happening globally, and I was selected to be part of the event in my state, and it was the TEDx Cherry Creek Women event, and I was pretty shocked. I want to say that I was so excited and jumping off the walls and screaming and hollering and jumping up and down. That is not my reaction whatsoever. Instead, I internalized it for a while and had to digest it. And I didn't really share it with anyone for a period of time because I think I needed to get acclimated myself that it was happening. And when I finally did, it was like, okay, I have to tell people. So then I started to let people know that I was doing this TEDx talk. And I think it's also because of the responses you get, which is like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. What's it about? And all of the energy and focus that goes on that. And I don't know that I was quite ready to do that. But I definitely was surprised, filled with a lot of gratitude, and then the excitement came for sure. I got really excited about it. Okay, so you want to know how you get to do a TEDx talk? Well, it's really simple. You just have to go online, go to the website, and fill out the application. Now, the application process is usually a series of some pretty deep questions that you need to have a clear vision or idea around your idea worth spreading. That's what I love about TED is being able to share a message that is around an idea that is worth spreading. That's worth going viral, right? And so you need to have some idea on what it is you want to explore. And the beautiful thing is that it might shift as you actually go through the process of getting prepared to do the talk. That might change, but you should at least have an idea of what it is that you really want to talk about, what the heart of your message is, and be ready to communicate that in writing. And also, you will have to submit a short soundbite of your idea worth spreading. And then you cross your fingers really hard and you just like hope that the TEDx gods are smiling down upon you and you get in. So my talk was called Reclaimed Roots Black Hair Matters. I actually wish I would have called it One Simple Act to Change the World, because it's really the heart of my message. In the time that we are living in right now, there's a lot of conversations that are happening around race, around culture, our world, our values, what we stand for. And with all of those pieces coming together, all of these components coming up in conversation, I wanted to create a message that spoke to the heart of all of those in a way that every person could relate to and recognize that the change that we seek in the world and find transformation on the other side, first and foremost always begins with, you as the individual, me as the individual. We have to do our own work in understanding what our value is, what our worth is, what we have to offer, what we have to bring, that coming to know the power of who you are, the beauty of who you are, the love that you are. And it's only through that that we can really have change. So that's why I created my message, was to speak to the moment of many of the conversations that were taking place in 2020. And I wanted to focus it around my natural hair journey, because this is another topic that has been really highlighted in the public, in the news, in articles online. There's conversations, especially going through the pandemic, where, you can't go to the hair salon and get your hair done. You have to, so many of us are learning how to do our hair. And I just was lucky enough to get started on this process before then. And so I wanted to also speak to that moment of coming into personal power of loving your natural hair and embracing that, even if you might not want to, but because hair salons are closed, we have to start getting used to things that we might not have had close contact or connection with. And it's time to start building those connections. And what a relatable topic of hair to every single person, because as a woman, we all know the significance of our hair around our beauty. And when we think about our beauty, along with that comes our worth, our value, how we see ourselves, any self-defeating thoughts, any shame that lies underneath the surface, any masks that we're wearing because of these false self-beliefs. So that's another reason why this talk right now, because it's a trending topic around natural hair. We have the Crown Act, whose mission is to protect against discrimination of race-based hairstyles, and that is ever evolving and will hopefully get passed through Congress and allow people with race-based hairstyles to have a level of protection, right, from discrimination. So it's an important and impactful topic right now, and it's transcendent in that anyone can relate to it. And I wanted to share my story in coming into loving myself and coming into my authenticity, coming into my own power in self-acceptance in ways that I would not have had I not decided to take a really bold step and embrace my natural hair. So this talk, it really speaks to the moment, and I was really excited to be able to share it, and really amazed by the feedback and the hearts that were touched with my message. So yeah. I'm a storyteller. So first and foremost, I just want to sit down and write out the story. And it literally just comes into my mind through my fingers as I'm typing it out, and then I see what's there. It took a few weeks for me to feel that inspiration of flow, and then the message came forward. So everybody's process is different. Some people create an outline and then they start to build it piece by piece based on that outline. Some people craft the message and like a skeleton of it, and then add to it, and then edit, and then rework and restructure. And for me, what I tend to do in crafting any piece is that I wait for divine inspiration to come. It's like I'm sending out a signal, like, okay, whenever creativity is ready to bring me the words that I need to say. And it's waiting for that right moment where I feel, and it's really feeling into my intuition. When it comes, it's like a feeling, and then words literally start coming into my head, and I have to sit down and start writing, and then boom, it comes out. What was amazing about this process is also having a speech coach, and my speech coach, who knows my storytelling style and did a really good job staying authentic to my voice, I could share my writing with her and then talk with her real time, and you know helps make it even more powerful. So the preparation process for this talk, it took a while. It was about 4 months, 4 months of working on this talk and preparing it. And what was incredible is that the panel for the TEDx Cherry Creek Women, they had some sessions scheduled with us over with each speaker over time that allowed us to share our talk and get feedback to see where we were, see how we could make it stronger. And that was really helpful for a lot of the speakers. Then there was also the challenges of finding people to share the talk with. So I was fortunate to have my speech coach who created opportunities for me to speak in front of strangers. I had some friends who volunteered to be my audience, and some who invited me to some of their community groups where I got to share my message to a group of strangers. And the more I was able to practice it in front of people, especially people who I don't know, helps me prepare for this talk, which is really great. I would say the hardest part of doing a TEDx talk was, one, recognizing that you deserve to be there. um, there's a way of which you feel like, me, I'm supposed to do this, and that's being very honest. We all carry certain self-defeating beliefs. And I really believe that opportunities like being able to do a TEDx talk, or a really exciting or challenging, push towards something, it's an opportunity to bring those self-defeating thoughts to the surface and create a new belief system. I'm not a person who's going to sit here and say that self-defeating beliefs, you shouldn't have those. You should be excited and know who you are, and like, know you should be able to do this TEDx talk. And of course you should be on that stage. And of course you should. It's like, no, actually, I believe these moments happen in our lives in order to help us discover that we truly do possess, that we truly do have, so we can, witness those self-defeating beliefs and have an opportunity to explore them and put them to rest. So I am not a person who's going to sit here and be like, you need to have confidence. You should have confidence when you get these things. I can't believe you're not excited when you get it, because I understand that the process of getting there, uh, it means getting these opportunities that will bring up your fears, that will bring up those self-defeating things, and allow you an opportunity to really put them to rest and to create a different belief system, which is, yeah, I can do a TEDx talk, right? Or, yeah, I'm a speaker. That's right. I speak, So it's an opportunity, and it's also the challenge. It's also what can be really hard. And then facing those nerves, on the day of. Once you get through the preparation stage and practicing it and rehearsing it and, writing and editing, all of that, and you get to the moment, and all those nerves that are there, moving through those nerves, I would say, is also one of the hardest parts. But it's like, what you find on the other side of that is just so much more profound and meaningful. And so it's necessary. It's all necessary. The challenge, the hardship, the fear, and coming to face it head on, that's where you really get to discover you. You get to discover your power. You get to discover your strength and your resilience. And you really get to come into knowing that, yeah, this is meant for you. Yeah, you can do this. This is you. This is you.